I love this question. I will never give up an opportunity to talk about how my husband and I met. So when I first met my husband, he was in training for building construction technology. Like, he was actually like on site, at the school, like, and he was in an all male dorm, which that is something that to me was just very like, I don't know the word, honorable, I think the word would be. To be a trans man in an all male dorm, especially in a field like construction, that's not easy. But not only did he graduate the program, but he made tons of friends there. Everyone was really cool with him. I'm friends with a lot of them now. So he wasn't really looking for anything serious though, because he was supposed to go on to advanced training in Maine, which was like, really far away, isolated. I think you had to take a plane there. No phone service. So he wasn't going to be able to hold a long-term relationship. And honestly, I wasn't looking for anything serious either because, honestly, when you have a kid who has disabilities, it is hard to date, and it's not my son's fault at all. But it's very important to me, that if I were to ever find a long-term partner, that they know that, there's a good chance that my son might be with me for the rest of my life. And a lot of people will act like they're okay with that, but they don't get it. Like, it doesn't sink in, and then when they realize it, they're like, oh, this is too much for me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find anything serious. So we were just kind of talking, whatever. Like, we hit it off, but we weren't, it was just whatever, you know? And I tried to ghost on my husband so many times, but I couldn't stay away from him. I kept going back, and he kept going back to me. We couldn't stay apart or talk apart because this wasn't even in person yet. He was like probably about 4 hours away. His school was like 4 hours away. And one night, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because, okay, so my husband met me as a dude, like as you can see in the pictures, like as I am now, except I even had a beard then. But he stayed with me when I detransitioned. And so, when I detransitioned, I told him, I was like, why don't you ever want our relationship public now that it's kind of serious? We hadn't even met yet. I was just starting an argument. I'm like, why won't you just don't want your other host to see. That's what it is. And he's like, fine, send me a request. And I was like, fuck, because I was the one with the hose. No, I don't really call women hoes, but like, I was presenting as a woman at the time. So I was like, no, never mind. And he was like, listen, I'm coming down there and I'm seeing you tonight. And when I do, this fighting stops. And I was like, this motherfucker ain't gonna come down here and see me. He did. He didn't get here till like 2 a.m. or something. The only thing open was McDonald's, except bars, but we don't drink, so. Well, he did a little bit at the time, but he was respectful. And yeah, and then we've been together ever since. Literally, he graduated the program, got a job down here within like 2 months maybe, and we've been inseparable since then. So that's the story.